Today we are going for study of basic operations on discrete time signal. Up till now in the last lecture, we studied the discrete time signal. Okay, discrete time signal, its basic definition. What is its definition? Generally, the discrete time signal are defined at discrete interval of time. Okay, so whenever we define any discrete time signal, then this discrete time signal are represented on our coordinate system. On x-axis, it is represented by n, and on y-axis, it is represented by x of n. X of n is its integer value. Now, whatever the signal, discrete time signal that we have to represent, that representation also we have studied. Okay, there are four methods that I already taught you in the last lecture. Similarly, you can able to generate the discrete time signal. Now, uh, at this moment, you have an idea of what is the discrete time signal. Okay, so the discrete time signal is represented by total four methods. Okay, out of that four method, generally the sequence representation as well as graphical representation is most commonly preferred. Okay, now because of this, here we are going for the next one point. Now, whenever we go for the discrete time signal, okay, here we have to perform the different kind of operation over the discrete time signal. Now, we go for understanding which type of operation you can perform over the discrete time signal. Okay, now question arises, why we need to study the basic operation. Now, whenever we receive the signal from our environment, our surrounding, they are continuous in nature, and this continuous natured signal we will convert into the discrete time signal, and this discrete time signal we have to pass to the discrete time systems. Okay, so that's why that discrete time system will demands these different types of operation. So that's why to write the different kind of algorithm, here you should able to know first what type of operations are possible with the help of the discrete time signal. So here over the board we are going to learn all these things. Okay, one by one. Okay, now here I have given this discrete time signal basic operation in different categories. We understand first that different categories, and then we will go for one by one. Okay, so these categories are, first one is time shifting operation. Okay, second one is time scaling operation. Third one is amplitude scaling operation. Okay, so these are the different categories coming under the basic operation of discrete time signal. Now, under the time shifting operation, we are going to learn total 5 different operations. First one is time delay. Second one is time advance. Third one is hold operation. Fourth one is hold and delay. Fifth one is hold and advance. Okay, these are the 5 operations that you are going to learn one by one. Okay, similarly here under the time scaling operation, down scaling and up scaling with time is carried out. Okay, downscaling and upscaling with time is carried out. Okay, so that's why this operation we will learn under the time scaling. And the last one is amplitude scaling. Okay, under the amplitude scaling, we will learn downscaling, upscaling in amplitude form. Okay, remember in earlier also there is down and upscaling, but it is related with time. With respect to time, this down and upscaling is related with the amplitude. Okay. Similarly, along with here, we will carry out the signal addition, signal multiplication. So that's why that discrete time signal addition as well as multiplication you can carry out with the help of this method. Okay. Now, this is about the different categories of different operations we can perform over the discrete time signal. Now, we go one by one. Okay. Now, to understand this basic operation, first I clear it, the board. Okay. Now here first we understand what is the delay operations. Okay, what is time delay operation? Okay, let me clear it. Now here, when we talk about the time shifting operation, now under this time shifting operation, you are going to learn the first one operation is time delay. Now question arises here, why we need to delay the signal? Okay, or why the delay signal is important. Okay, remember now generally most of the application in that we will transmit the signal from one place to another place. Okay, so that's why here while transmitting most of the time our data will be reached at earlier stage or our data will be reached at delayed stage. So that's why to predict it whether our data is delayed or whether our data is advanced. So for that point of view, this delay operation is necessary. So you should be able to understand what type of delay or what kind of delay will be introduced in the signal. Okay, so that's why time delay operation is one of the important part coming under the discrete time basics operations. Now here, how you can understand this delayed signal? So for that point of view, we first consider discrete time signal. Okay, so here we represent this discrete time signal by x of n. Okay, now here x of n, we consider any value, any integer value. So suppose I consider 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, all these values I consider here one by one. So that's why here this is a discrete time signal. Now we are going to perform a delay operation over the discrete time signal. Now here, for introducing the delay operation, we consider k is a constant. Okay, k is a constant value. So that's why that constant value will be assumed by us. Okay, so that's why this constant value will be help us to introduce the delay in the discrete time signal. So that's why delay means subtraction of the constant value from the given time signal. Now here the given time signal will be n. Okay, n is the number of samples. Okay, so that's why it will be represented by n. And now here we will consider here the delay. So that's why that delay value will be defined by k. So that's why that value will be assumed by you. Consider, okay, let k is equal to 2. Okay, so it is nothing but a delay. Okay, so I consider it is a delay. So we will say x of n is a original signal. Is a original signal. Okay, and x of n minus k is delayed signal. Okay, now to understand here this delaying of the discrete time signal, we first go for the graphical representation of discrete time signal. Now question is how you can able to draw the discrete time signal in graphical form. You already learned the graphical representation. So we go for graphical representation of x of n. Now how you can describe the graphical representation of x of n? So I go for over the coordinate system. Okay, here n is represented on x-axis, and here I draw a x of n is represented on y-axis. Now this is the centroid point. Now here we know x of n is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so here the value of n is here, here it is 0. Okay, we consider here arrow mark. That arrow mark is not given in your problem, but I already told you if arrow mark is not given in your problem, then you have to consider it. So that's why the first number should be a origin point. So that's why I say here the origin point is 1. So at this 1, the value of n is 0. Similarly, at 2, the value of n is equal to 1. at 3, the value of n is equal to 2. At 4, value of n is equal to 3. And at 5, value of n is equal to 4. Hope you got this. Now we use this convention for drawing the graphical representation. Getting my point? Okay. Now, here I am marking here the first point is 0. Here I consider 1. Here I put 2, 3, 4. Okay. And lastly 5. Okay. And so on. Now for 0, here its amplitude is 1. Okay. For 0, n is equal to 0, its amplitude, that is x of n, is 1. Similarly, at 1, its amplitude is 2. So I mark it at 2. Okay. I consider here 2, here 3, here 4. Okay. And lastly, I write here x of n, it is 5. Okay. So here at n is equal to 2, its value is 3. So that's why here I put this 3 point. Okay. Then at 3 it is 4. Okay. So that's why I use here this point and I draw the line. Okay. Similarly at 5. Okay. I draw the line at n is equal to 4. Okay. So in this way, here I drawn these points. Okay. And here you got the graphical representation of x of n. Getting this point? Now, here at this moment, you know the graphical representation of x of n. Now we will go for how you can find the delayed signal. Now here I write here this value for your understanding. Okay, so here at this moment, you know n and x of 0 or x of n. Okay, so here I write here the x n. Okay, and here I write n. Okay, n is 0 means x of 0 is what? Okay, here the x of 0 value is 1. Okay, when n is equal to 0, x of 0 is 1 from the graph. Similarly, when n is equal to 1, x of 0, sorry, instead of x of 0, here it is x of 1, its value is 2. Okay, for 2, x of 2 is 3. For 3, x of 3 is 4. And at 4, x of 4 is 5. Okay, you got these values. Okay, now here I am going for the delayed signal. Now I am going for finding the delayed signal. Now here how you can find out the delayed signal? So that's why I write here x of n minus k. Now here I am putting the value of n, that is value of n is 0. I am putting the value of k is 2. So that's why here for this, okay, I write here x of 0 minus 2. Okay, 0 is n and value of k is 2. Okay, you will get it is x of minus 2. Okay, so that's why this x of minus 2 is a resultant value when n is equal to 0. So at this moment here you have to find out, check the bit. Here we have to find out the value of n. Okay, here we are going to find out the values. So here at -1, at -2, the value of n is -1. X of -1 is 0. Its amplitude is 0. At x of -2, its amplitude is 0. Okay, so here the x of -2, its amplitude is nothing but here it is 0. Getting my point? Now, similarly, when x of 1 means when the value of n is equal to 1 minus 2 is equal to, you will get x of -1. X of -1, its amplitude is now 0. So that's why here the resultant value is 0. Similarly, when n is equal to 2, okay, right here 2 minus 2, it is x of 0. So x of 0. Now from this x of 0, here x of 0 is, what is x of 0? You already got it. It is 1. So that's why its value is 1. Okay. Getting this point, go through it one by one. Similarly, when n is equal to 3. Okay. When n is equal to 3 minus 2, it is x of 1. Okay. Now what is x of 1? X of 1 is here 2. Okay. Similarly, when n is equal to 4, 4 minus 2, it is x of 2. Okay. What is x of 2? It is x of 2 is equal to 3. Okay. Similarly, now here we have a further n values, but now here x another value is not present. So we will find out the value. So x of 5, n is equal to 5. 5 minus 2. Okay. Go through it. Okay. So it is x of 3. X of 3 is now 4. And lastly, x of 6 minus 2. What is x of 6 minus 2? It is 4. And its x of 4 is 5. Okay. Now again you can go for the further values, finding the further value. If you put x of 7 minus 2, you will get x of 5. But x of 5 is 0. So that's why I'm not writing it. Okay. Our findings are over. You will get the x of n minus k. Now we draw this graph with this side. Okay. So this is about the graphical representation of x of n. Now we will go for graphical representation of x of n minus k, that is delayed signal. Okay. So I write here graphical representation of x of n minus k. How you can write? Again, draw the coordinate system. Draw again here. Again here you can write x of, now instead of x of n, here x of n minus k. Okay. Now you can put all the points here. 0, it is minus 1, it is minus 2, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Now here from this, okay, here you got x of minus 2, but when n is equal to 0, when n is equal to 0, x of minus 2 is 0. So that's why when n is equal to 0, here the value is 0. So I write here it is 0 mark. Similarly, when n is equal to 1, here it is 0. Again, here it is 0. Here n is equal to 2. Okay, here n is equal to 2, you will get a value 1. So I draw it here 1. Okay, its amplitude is 1. Okay, here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now hope you getting this. When n is equal to 3, what is n is equal to 3? It is 2. So that's why when 3, it is 2. Similarly, when n is equal to 4, at n is equal to 4, its amplitude is 3. Okay. When n is equal to 5, when n is equal to 5, what is the value? It is 4. Okay. Here you can write 2, 3, 4, and when is n is equal to 6, here you will get its value is 5. So that's why for 6, it is value 5. Okay. So in this way, you can able to draw the delayed signal. Okay. So this is a mathematical calculation. That mathematical calculation is must. From this calculation, you can able to understand how you will get the delayed signal. And here we have to draw the x of n is a original sequence and x of n minus k is a delayed signal. Okay. So this is a way of drawing the delayed signal. Keep it in mind, and again you go through it another examples. Okay. Now I'm erasing all these things. Okay, I'm giving you one another example of delayed signal. Hope you got it. You write it on your notebook and try to solve it with the another example. I'm giving you another example solution also. Okay, we go for the next one problem. Okay. Now take down the second one problem. Go that side. Don't go. Now x of n is given you like this. Here I am reading it. X of n is equal to -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4. Now last problem, in last problem, origin point was not given. Now remember, origin point is given, arrowhead mark is given over 4. Okay, so that's why here the arrowhead mark is showing here n is equal to 0. Okay, the further value is considered as a 1. Okay, when n is equal to 1, when n is equal to 2, when n is equal to 3. Okay, similarly the earlier value when n is equal to -1, n is equal to -2, n is equal to -3, -4 and -5. Okay, so here again, here you have to go for the delaying of the signal. Now the delay, okay, here delay the signal at k is equal to 3. Okay, consider the delay value. Okay, here delay value is given, k is equal to 3. Now here we will go for the original signal graphical representation. So that's why original signal x of n. Okay, here graphical representation. Okay, so that's why I'm going for graphical drawing. Okay, so that's why here go in this way. Okay, I write here -n. Now in this problem, -n is represented as well as n is represented. So I draw it. Okay, now here I write here x of n. Now go and plot all those points. Okay, I put here 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I am putting all the points. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, now at -5, its amplitude is -1. So here at -5, its amplitude is -1. Okay, here it is -4. X of n is equal to -4. -4, its amplitude is 0. Okay, at x of n is equal to -3. For -3, its amplitude is 1. Okay, similarly at x of n is equal to -2. Okay, its amplitude is 2. Okay, similarly at x of n is equal to -1, its amplitude is 3. At n is equal to 0, it means x of 0, its amplitude is 4. I bold it. Then n is equal to 1, its amplitude is again 4. It is constant. At n is equal to 2, its amplitude is 4. Again, n is equal to 3. Again, its amplitude is 4. And at 4, its amplitude is 0. Hope you got it. Okay, getting this graphical representation. Now, remember, this is the original signal. Now we go for the delaying. How much delay is given? K is equal to 3. Now here we will find the calculation. Okay, I write here n. Okay, n is equal to -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, -5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Similarly, I write here x of n. Okay, x of n here it is x of -5, x of -4, x of -3, x of -2,